Sione, back in the Six Nations after missing out last year. I can tell by the smile on your face, so much excitement. But it must make you appreciate rugby and really enjoy to go on attack.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. You appreciate rugby especially when you miss out, you know. So, yeah, I'm very excited to be back in this tournament with my mates, and very excited at what we can achieve and what we want to achieve in this tournament.
And what about this captaincy role? How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I love it, to be honest. I think it just adds a little bit of extra pressure and responsibility, and I really like that about the role. And yeah, it's something that I've obviously had since last autumn, and yeah, I really do enjoy. I think I've learned to enjoy captaining a team, especially a Test team, and yeah, I'm excited to captain my first Six Nations.
What type of captain are you?
Geez, hard to speak about it, to be honest, but I think I'm a little bit of an emotional leader within the group, and I love that part of the game. But I think most importantly, it's about leading in my performance, and I think that's what the best captains do, and that'll be my focus for the Six Nations.
The squad obviously picked 19 Glasgow players in there. Does that help with familiarity? I know it's happened for a while now, but is it good to have that cohesiveness?
Yeah, I think so. Ireland have had it for a while now with Leinster, and France with Toulouse, and I think the one thing that you can probably bring, and probably the only thing, is just cohesiveness and understanding of each other. We don't know what the team will look like, but it's important that if we do, some of us do get put together, that we bring our cohesiveness and combinations out into the Test arena.
What have you learnt from maybe a hurtful autumn going into the Six Nations?
We've had a lot of conversations about blimps in games, starting well in games and then falling off, or starting poorly and then picking up maybe a little bit too late. And I think this competition more than anything demands consistency, not only throughout the tournament but within the 80 minutes, and it's something that we're going to have to show that we've grown in, not next tournament but this one, and that's the most important thing.
Consistency in Scotland, maybe from the outside, doesn't add up. Is that such a frustration for you guys?
A little bit, yeah, as a player, and 3 months since the autumn felt like an eternity for myself, especially as captain. So I'm ready to go back out there and and take the steps forward.
And Hugh Jones back fit.
Yeah.
How much do you enjoy playing with him?
I love playing with Shuggy, and I'm glad he's back fit. I was worried there for a little bit but I'm glad that he's back fit and firing, and he's shown great form over the past couple of weeks for Glasgow. To jump straight back into his form is a credit to how he's rehabbed and how he's looked after his body. So I'm glad. I'm looking forward, if we do get the opportunity, to get back there and out in the Test arena.
From the outside, it feels like Scotland have underachieved. What's it like on the pitch? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, every tournament you go in wanting to touch the trophy, and if you don't do that, you're underachieved, I believe, anyway. So that should be, we shouldn't undersell ourselves. I think if we say we're overachieving, we're probably underselling ourselves, of what we can possibly achieve. So I think it's important to be realistic and know that our goal is to touch the trophy, and if we don't do that, we're underachieving.
Is this the most competitive squad you've been part of in the Scottish team?
Definitely, yeah, and that only adds to performance, I think, and competitiveness within the squad in order to get a Test jersey. And I feel like that's the best thing for an environment, is for there to be, I suppose, competitiveness within training and within selection, and we definitely got that this time around.
Yes, you start with Italy and Rome, but Ireland and Dublin, that side you haven't beaten in a long time.
Yeah.
How special and sweet would it be to go to the Aviva and do a number of them?
Yeah, of course it would be special, especially after the summer, spending time with those boys and becoming mates with a lot of them, but there's a long way to go before the Aviva in Dublin, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not even thinking about that game yet, to be honest with you. So I'd be lying if I'm saying anything about Dublin and about Ireland. I'm not really thinking about them at all at the moment. I'm thinking about Italy and Rome.
I heard you talk about Gary Ringrose, that you like him. You could go up against him.
Yeah,
it always makes it interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's a competitor, and it's just nice to mix shoulders with him. You never know what you compete against these guys for so many years, but then you go on a tour with them and realise they're not that bad of guys. They're just like you, playing for another nation. So it's nice to get to know those lads, and look forward to catching up with them.
And finally, working with Andy Farrell in the summer, have you got a few little tricks up your sleeve that you've maybe passed on that you think Ireland might play?
Yeah, but I'm sure he's got some tricks as well. So it was amazing to be coached by Andy, and I suppose we've watched his work from the outside for so long now. It was pretty interesting to be on the inside now and getting coached by, I suppose, his philosophies and his ideas, and really respect him as a coach, and the operation that he runs. So I'm looking forward to going up against his team again.
And lastly, what's seen as a good championship for Scotland and you?
touching the trophy. That's the goal. It's the goal of every team in this championship, to touch a trophy.
Brilliant, Sione. All the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.